I stand firmly in the fact that I'm one of the best to ever do this. For the culture, for my coast, and for my city. This is the Best Rapper in L.A. podcast. And I'm your host, Murs. What up, though? All right. Here we go. Brilla 85. We could take it back to 85 if you want to start acting like you live.
We can take it back to 85 if you want to start acting like you live.
Verse 2. Coming with that old Hebrew.
Keep on, Verse 2. Coming with that old Hebrew.
More Method Man quotes. Method Man is doing some of the best rapping of his life right now. Some of the best rapping in the game right now. And apparently he's not using curse words. His verses on the 2 new Wu-Tang singles are phenomenal. I think the whole album will be out now. I forget what it's called, Mandingo, I'm not sure. Produced by Mathematics. Check it out.
I am Mike Steady. One eye on the Fetty, other eye on the Petty. Start the clock, I'm ready. My name hold weight on the block, all heavy. As a part of rock, figured y'all popped already. Got shot already. I'm pissed in the plot, y'all buried. Rolling on the watch, all present. We drive to the top, Andretti. And beyond contrary, lot of paper getting dropped, confetti. Suckers try to knock me out the box like Skelly. Once upon a time, this is not like Skrelly.
Cousins up north that hit me to the game. Saw California, but we all the same.
And it don't stop. My cousins up north, they hit me to the game. It's all California, but we ain't all the same. To G's up there, they had a different swag. They was grinding out the trunk, getting hella cash. Be legit, man. E40 dude. Dell and High Road got they start up under Cube. Love to my Bay Area fam. 93 till infinity is still the jam. And over 20 years later, they still rocking for the stoners and the skaters. I used to watch videos by Plan B, dream about hitting up the Hubble Edge, E&B. Shout out to Tommy G and Ray Barbie, cause there ain't no party like a Bay party. When Mac Dre died, I was broken hearted. Show some love to where the independent game started. The 619, shout out to J.O. Masters of the Universe, doing it in Dago. I came up on drive-bys and chronic smoke, and it was hella crazy, but it was kinda dope. When Eazy-E was playing on the radio, I knew exactly how my day would go. California sunshine coming in.
Bro, when I went to Oakland, when I moved to Santa Cruz, I was in a crew called Log Cabin. I met Eli, Scarab, Savant, Jesse, Sakin, who produced the new album, which is on sale now, mellowmusicgroup.com. Love and Ruckus 316. But I met all these people in high school in Hamilton, and another person, I feel like they don't want to be named at this point, so I'm not naming them. Hold on, my kid is hungry. We're going to eat some unhealthy French fries. Perfect time for a commercial. We haven't done one of those in a while. If you're ever in the Los Angeles area and you want some amazing pastrami burgers, fries, greasy but good as fuck, Just Poppin', JUSPOP', Just Poppin'. Amazing. You support the community. Central Avenue and 25th, Central and Adams are the major cross streets. Pull up. Yeah. So crazy, man. Parenting, man. I always want to do another commercial for adoption. My son is not my genetic son, my oldest son. But he's been with me since he's been 2 days old. And it's a human connection, man. He smiles at me. He's into the same things. And it could be because he wants to be like me as a conscious effort, but he texts me. I haven't been looking at my phone during this, but I looked at my phone right when he texted me because I could feel it. He's hungry. He had a need as a parent that transcends genetics. And once you've put 12 years every day into somebody or a certain amount of years at a time, there's a human connection that transcends genetics. If I encounter so many people, I don't know if it's what they fed us in the 80s that are having trouble conceiving, adopt. If you can stop a child from going into this foster care system that is overcrowded and overrun, do it. If you have the finances. And the Mexican homies tell me all the time, or told me all the time growing up, like, the kids bring money. Figure it out. There are people that are way less intelligent than you and way less capable making it happen every day. I always tell people, like, there are idiots breeding out of control. And then there are compassionate people who have children who have no means to care for them, but don't believe in ending their life or were unable to bored, or I'll say it's ending a life, whatever the politically correct shit is. Just adopt if you can, man. Fostering is challenging. And there are challenges, but there's challenging to parent. And as if you're having trouble conceiving, you can see there's challenges to conception. There's challenges in giving birth. There's challenges in the adoption process. Life is a challenge. Anything worth having is most of the time going to challenge you. But that's a commercial worth doing, man. Not one day, one moment, 1 second from the moment we boarded the plane to come go get this child have I regretted it. And I can't even begin to attempt to think of my life without this child. And then I can go off on another tangent. When I think about when I became a parent and I think about George Zimmerman killing Trayvon Martin, as I send my child out to go buy his French fries in South Central, not knowing, I don't worry about the people in our community. Any gang member, any gun-toting person for the most part in this neighborhood knows my family, knows my son. I worry about the fucking police. He's 12 years old. He's 5'5". He's not in school right now because he's homeschooled. If I wasn't sitting around the corner to another big homie that I respect to go get some food, that's who I worry about. He doesn't know what to say to these motherfuckers. And for that man to take that little boy's life, like, if you can't relate on a human level, like all the hours, if you're a parent, all the hours, sleepless nights, as they say, if it's just financially, everything you invest to feed and clothe a human till they're 18 years old in America, you're never getting that back. If you can't have any emotional sympathy, empathy, or sorrow, feel the sorrow of that little boy's parents, feel that. Like, at the most, George Zimmerman should be having to pay back that. But he served no jail time, no restitution to the family. That is an American crime, bro. That is like last week when I was talking about what are you dancing to? What are you working through? Is it the guilt? Man. And that's where I get into gangster. I'm like, right? Motherfuckers talking about mad at me for saying cuz, man. Like, bro, we got so much bigger to fight. Niggas is mad at homosexuals. Motherfuckers is mad. Bro, George Zimmerman is a fucking live. And you motherfuckers are over here beating up trans kids, and what the fuck is your problem? Shit. I feel like my mother right now. Shit. Make no damn sense, bro.
And that guy who killed that kid down in Florida, standing ground, is free to beat up on his girlfriend and wave a brand new gun around, while some kid is dead and buried and laying in the ground with a pocket full of skills. What it means.
All right, rap. When I first moved to Oakland and shit, man, like, yeah, so like I was a street kid, log cabin, that's where we were. Met all these motherfuckers, and I was rapping with Anacron. That was my first group. I met DJ Jedi, who does Motown Mondays now, Jazz Mac, who's part of the People on the Stairs crew, and Anacron. That was our first group called Funky Chaos. Next semester, or next year, 10th grade, 11th grade for me, Eli and Scarab checked in. Scarab was in 9th grade, Eli was in 10th grade, I was in 11th. Jesse Shacken was in 10th. All that shit meant so much back then. It means absolutely nothing now. I was still the youngest. I met another dude who won't be named. He gave me a tape of some dudes that were hanging out with him and his best friend. And they were dope. They were called the Universals. They were in a crew called Log Cabin. I thought it was the coolest thing if you could ever find. The Log Cabin Experiment is on YouTube right now.
Collective meditations. Collective meditation. When I was levitating while meditating. Manic suppressor repressing the present havoc. Erratic magic tapping static. Flask of automatic. Universal curse allergic to your virgin faith. An addict. collective meditation.
What's that? Unable to see what I'm facing, disgracing my place in history, not to be changed by any form of meditation. Relation between the two of us goes no farther than blow. That you have not.
We met them. They had a whole thing with songs I thought were dope. They were older than us. They were out of school. But we started meeting at Cookbook's house. If you're familiar with Felipe's garage, his backyard is called Felipe's garage because his dad, Felipe, rest in peace, God bless him, let us rap in his backyard. And Jason Cookbook was a Christian rapper with Uno Mas. They had a group called The Eternals, but Log Cabin put them in. I feel like motherfuckers were using them for the equipment. Elusive was the producer who just played, I think it's Elusive Cosmo he's going by now. He's putting out stuff, beats that are so dope. Lulu, shout out to him. Aaron Coslow. And his brother Josh played the trumpet, and they were making ill beats, but they were using Cookbook's SP, and he just played Coachella. Shout out to Elusive. And like people, like I'm not quitting because I'm old, because of my age or anything. I just have parenting to do and shit. List fuck ton of other reasons. Elusive is probably 50 and have been making dope beats since 1990 from Venice. And is just now playing Coachella, and to me, making some of the best music of his life and getting a tiny bit of the respect he deserves, because he deserves so much more. But I check his beats every time he drops. He was dropping almost weekly for a while. I was so excited. Him and Platinum Max were two of my favorite artists to check out. Anyway, we all came up together, and then the crew got bigger. People started hearing about us. We met this crazy fucking tag banger, and I don't know why it's been on my spirit to talk about him, but Boof. I can't say his name enough. Boof was a tagger, writer. Tagger seems so like a dismissive, diminutive. He's a writer. He's a graffiti artist. Citywide, in and out of jail, into psychedelics, but could freestyle, rap his ass off, fight. He was like these are like the Okie Dog dudes who like I just in awe of them. We became friends, and the people I had a song called Red Dots. Double K gave me a beat, and I was being tormented by these local rappers who were older because I battled them and beat them in a battle when I was only 15. I was a small kid. Scary. Like, I was scared. Yeah, I was. Before my living in constant fear became my anxiety, and before I had the tools to work through it, I was just scared. Like, motherfucker. Like, I go to school and, like, there's never a time where I don't know if someone, like, I've seen motherfuckers wait for motherfuckers from another hood at the bus. The bus driver, like, the adults are scared. The police are scared. Motherfucker getting hit in the head with a baseball bat. I'm on my way to fucking honors English, cuz. Like, what the fuck? It was a wild time to be outside alive, and there was no adults to supervise it because they couldn't stop it. But meeting people like Boof and Anacron and just other men who I knew were like, all right, I know if some shit goes down, we might be able to make it out alive. You ain't finna run on me, I ain't finna run on you, and you've been in a fight before. Because I was drifting, like I was in honors English, and I was meeting kids that didn't live, but I always had to take the bus back to my house. You know what I mean? Like, it was no permanent, I wasn't getting a scholarship, I wasn't going to military school, so I like being surrounded by people who could walk in both worlds with me. Boof was one of those people. I could tell stories forever about Boof, but he was a kindred spirit. He moved to Santa Cruz. I think we talked about, he met an amazing MC named Topper, and he was having fun up there. It's like, there's no beeps at the fucking grocery store. I'm eating steak every day. There's no beeps at the Gap. We racking and taking, he was like, come to the Bay. I met an Ethiopian girl, fell in love. I moved to the Bay. Santa Cruz. She taught me how to drive. When I got there, I'm like, I couldn't make a difference between gangster rap and there was no trap rap. You know, there's hood rap in Oakland, but it's not gang related. But I just thought everywhere had Bloods and Crips. You know what I'm saying? And I got to the Bay, and I thought California was warm. When I first got to Oakland, I was like, why these motherfuckers got bubble gooses? The fuck? I went to the swap meet or whatever it was called, Eastmont Mall, wherever. I was like, why are we selling? And they're knockoff North Face. I was like, why do we sell those? Why are y'all wearing that? And it was just, it's colder The culture is different. The slang is different. Everything is different. The grind is different. Everybody in LA is waiting to get discovered. These motherfuckers are grinding out the trunk, selling their own shit. Like the spirit of the Panthers is still there. Like Black independence, Black liberation, and the spirit of the hippies and Hayden Ashbury, like unity, freeing your mind, like all those things are still there. And the irony is that, to me, LAPD and the Berkeley PD are some of the worst police I've ever encountered. I always thought like, oh, the cops will even be a little free-spirited up here. Not at all, bro. Not at all. OPD and BPD, shit. SFPD, shit. And being a kid that was outside selling weed and not having a permit to sell tapes on the street, I encountered these motherfuckers often. The BART police, fuck them too. Like, bro. And it's not, I'm sure there's good people, whatever, but as a whole, a record label staff and a motherfucking crew, fuck you too. I was a kid. Like, the irony is that I'm the same kid that if I was that kid now with weed and tapes, it wouldn't even be an issue. But 20 years, 30 years ago, motherfuckers acted like I was a fucking criminal. And I guess technically I was. But encountering this culture, but what I didn't experience there was the infighting. If you didn't fuck with nobody's money or fuck with nobody's family or their woman, you had nothing to worry about. I'm walking through deep East Oakland, like, I guess if you call it that, the East Oakland BART, the Coliseum BART station, back to East 14th area on foot with like a half ounce of weed, some tapes. Motherfuckers come out the port, hey, blood. You know, and by now you understand where I come from. I'm like, whoo, shit, it's problems. And what's up? Motherfuckers just asking me if I want to hit the joint, what's good. That's all. Another black kid that looks like he's grinding, hustling, like my clothes dirty, you know what I'm saying, dirty ass backpack. He might want to hit the weed too. We know the stress of what it is to be like black and in this neighborhood. What's up, blood? You good? All right then. Like, it's just that. It made instant friends for life. Because we were just trying to get it. Have fun. Meet girls. How can we get some free food? How can we get on a show? How can we get some more weed? How can we freestyle? How can we get something to mix this Southern Comfort with some, something to cut this Southern Comfort so we could keep drinking outside? Like, we didn't have to worry about being preyed on by people who look like us. If we met anyone who looked like us, we just added them to the party. Let's get some more money. Let's get some more girls. Let's get some more food. Let's get some more rhymes. That's it. It wasn't living under the shadow of fear of death or physical violence at all times. It's not like LA. Not that the Bay is soft. There's killers everywhere. But it was just different, man. And I wouldn't be who I am today without the Bay. If I didn't move up there when I was 17 years old, it'd be different. So, yeah. Be legit, man. E40, like that to me is like Run DMC. That's like Run. E40 and Be Legit is like Run and DMC to me. Dylan Hyro, we talked about that last week. 93 till Infinity is still a gem. I always like to point out to people that people say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. But doing the same thing over and over, period. Like when you get an artist, like as I'm going to these cities, like homie Jay that did the tour story book with me, like he's the one that like these stories are crazy, man. I'm like, I'm a kid from inner city LA or from, streets of Oakland Bay. Like I'm a street kid from California. Like I wasn't supposed to see the wilderness of Vermont, see a villager. I wasn't supposed to like be like, oh yeah, make a left right here. Okay, cool. This is how you get on that highway when we're going through Texas. Or the things I've seen and done aren't typical from someone who looks like me and born where I was born. So it's I'm different, man. And then going to these cities, but then you get into a room and I'm doing Bad Man for the literal 1500th time.
All right, so this song is one of my favorites. I hope you guys enjoy it. It goes like this. Come on. Girlfriends thinking that I'm the never neglected you or disrespected you. Lie to have sex, yet you say I'm the gave you dick, never fronted, put your hand where you want it. Used to flip you on your stomach, said you wanted a bad man. Now it's all drama, unidentified caller. On the phone with my mama, talking about I'm a bad man. There's something good, so bad, be so damn good. All I wanted was to fuck from the start, I never lied. It hurts my heart to have to see you cry. Let you know from the jump, I was that type of guy. Now you all on my voicemail, asking me. Never kissed you in public, I never held your hand. I never said I loved you, I never was your man. How can we break up, but we never broke down? Committed to each other, we was fucking around.
What does that do to somebody's mind? Like, you know, for a point, for 200 days a year, I was doing the same songs again. And still now, I don't go a year or without doing the song 20 times or something. I don't know if there's a study on what the effect that has on the human psyche or mind, body, you know? It's yeah, it'll be an interesting study if anyone does that. But I look at them like they're doing 93 Till Infinity. They're naming the year. Like they've been doing that song for over 30 years. I said for 20 years later. And people love it. And you have to perform it like the first time you heard it. But that's the thing about human joy. Like I have no problem doing Bad Man. You're excited to hear it. And it makes me excited to do it. Like I just love to see a study on that. Like how the energy changes and also the effect on it has on someone mentally. Is that why I can't remember shit anymore? I don't know. It's a weird thing. But yeah, Walking for the Stoners and the Skaters. Going to skate EMB for the first time was a wash because I can't really skate. And motherfuckers they call it vibing me. And I was like, you know, and this the motherfuckers when I used to go to FTC used to be like that. And that's kind of where I fell out of love with skating a little bit until I got a little money and I moved to Buena Park and I met the Liberty Board Shop crew. Motherfuckers thought they were tough. And I was like, I always like, yo, like I will put this skateboard upside your fucking head. Like I'm trying to 50-50. I can't kick flip out. I can't, you know what I mean? I push Mongo like, don't you want to judge me? Like, you know, motherfuckers cutting me off. Like my homegirls had to like take me out of EMB before I fuck one of these little boys up, bro. I'll bust your motherfucking head open. Like, don't like. I guess like they're like giving you negative vibes. Like you can't skate here, bitch. Fuck you mean? You don't own this shit. Like, and it's just like it was weird, man. They're like, yeah, they're vibing you. Cause I was like, am I tripping or are these motherfuckers want to fight? And I had a crush on a little girl that took me up there. So I was like, I learned, you know, violence usually scares the women. And the type of violence I wanted to do, I wasn't going to be like a quick one. It was going to be like, I'm going to beat your fucking skull in with these independent trucks. And the motherfucker like going into a store like how they do motherfuckers at Supreme, I'll fuck you up, bro. I'm not into your poor customer service. I'm not in on the joke and I don't respect your gangster at all. Nothing about you've been skating here for the past 5 years, so this is your spot. Makes me, yeah. Yeah, I didn't appreciate that shit. Tommy G and Ray Barbie were like skaters that are musicians that are amazing. If you haven't checked out any Tommy Guerrero's or Ray Barbie's music, please do so. Mac Dre, I got on too late. I think we talked about that here. It's just like I couldn't separate all the Bay Area. There's a trash indie rap, backpack rap, there's trash gangster rap, and I was like, I couldn't separate the good from the bad. And I just associated Mac Dre with the bad because he had a Pen and Pixel album cover. But when I finally it took me watching the Trill TV to get it. And I was like, oh, this is amazing.
You're watching Trill TV, hosted by Fizel Washington.
What's up? What's happening? What is it? Welcome to your first episode of Trill TV. I'm your host, Fizel Washington. Man, we finna get off into some real grimy, dirty, cutthroat, true to life, trill television, man. You know what I mean? So, you know, stay tuned, enjoy the show, and, you know, get the theism with me real quick. It's Trill TV, baby.
You're watching Trill Television.
Then I started listening, and then I became a fan, and by then he was gone. But to me, that's where where it started. To me, that's where independent rap got its start. And I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure E40 is the first independent dude to get a deal. Later, I made friends with people who worked at Priority who met Master P in the parking lot in Richmond and gave him a deal. He wasn't even there to meet Master P, the homie who signed Master P to the Priority distribution deal. But the dude he was there to meet didn't show up, and P was there, and P is P. Yeah. Dago doesn't get enough shout outs, so I wanted to shout out them. Masters of the Universe was like a crew that was rising at the same time Living Legends was coming up. And I heard a lot about them. We had a battle outside the something when we were at B-Boy Summit, and it was going crazy. And I think we talked about that where, they tried to pepper spray us and shit got funky. Yeah, man, like that's the thing is I don't, whether you're a skater, whether you're the police, like I'm gonna treat every man the same. And if you cross, what did the kids say now? Boundaries? You cross my boundary, I will fuck you up, bro. I'm a lot better now. But back then, like, I don't give a fuck. The police, like, get down, bro. It's not the first time, when we were in Brazil, it was like, it's not the first time I seen a gun, motherfucker, get down. What are you going to do with that? Or what's going to happen right now? And I'm, like I said, different now with children, but back then, I'm like, I don't give I give two fucks. Right here, right now. Are you going to get down? Before you get to that gun, I'm going to knock you out, or I'm going to throw a cold right hook, bro. And then the left. And I'm going to not stop swinging. I'm not going to let you get to that gun. Fuck that. Like I said, before I knew about what pepper spray was, the guy, he caught me with that one. But yeah, that was Dago, man. Jail Felony has one of the best records of all time to me. What You Gonna Do is probably one of the best Def Jam top 5 Def Jam records of all time. What the album, To Cal, What You Gonna Do With It, Mama Said Knock You Out, Fear of a Black Planet. It's hard not to put Bad in there. I probably have to do a top 10, but Jail Felony, I can't live without that album. I cannot. One of the dopest MCs in the world, to me. And then he has a song E40 and Ice Cube on there. It's one of my favorite posse cuts.
Niggas stay in the motherfucking house. They ass in the y'all ain't got no business outside anyway. E40 Ice Cube and J.O. Felony. E40 Ice Cube on my 619. Dude about it with a Super Bowl was at San Diego. I said backwards felony. Jail ride federal high speeds and shootouts with a fader. 25 with a ladder. Nickname Bambayana. Dumping like the rifle man. Call me Chuck Connor. Gliding headed towards Mexico. Siding with empty bottle of XO. Riding dip. Play for kept. Found out where they slept. Scotch tape to the neck. Slid on out like a vet.
Grew up on drive-bys and chronic smoke, and it was hella crazy, but it was kind of dope. That's the trauma talking. Like, yeah, it was crazy, but, we're still alive, so it's, you got to say that it was dope. Made some great art out of it. I don't know. While I was listening to that line out there, I was like, yeah, I don't want my son saying that. 6 a.m, Ice-T is so good at giving credit to, I think it's Schoolie D from PSK, but when Ice saw that, like, oh shit, the world it could kind of open to this, and I got hella stories like that. Boom. But if you haven't heard 6 a.m, please, just the production, the storytelling, the rhyme style, like, that's, to me, the birth of gangster rap. But technically, I think it's Schoolie D, and Soren Bacon will definitely correct you. He has a book called The History of Gangster Rap that is worth purchasing if you're not going to purchase Tour Story Volume 1, which should be on sale at the merch booth.
The 619, shout out to J.O. Masters of the Universe, doing it in Dago. I came up on drive-bys and chronic smoke, and it was hella crazy, but it was kinda dope. When Eazy-E was playing on the radio, I knew exactly how my day would go. California sunshine coming in, singing gangster rap with all my friends. The origins of California hip-hop, where you can pop lock or you can get shot. Black, white, Latin, Asian, living in this melting pot. Throw up your W, and it don't stop. It goes 6 a.m, police at my door. Fresh Adidas squeak across the bathroom floor. Ice was telling a story about the inner city war. He gave the world a taste and they came back for more. They said bitch and fuck the police. They said they never make $1 million talking about the streets. They said they never play it on the radio. Now all you hear is gangster rap every day, and yo, we motherfucking pioneers. All of that shit started out right here. We didn't make it up, but we made it famous. Then we spread it worldwide, go ahead and blame us. Growing up in gang culture taught us loyalty, and that everyone is equal, no royalty. So there's never been a king of the West Coast. We got some OGs, and we respect those, but anyone can get it if there's beef. and nobody's undefeated in the streets. I grew up on palm trees and gangster rap, so pardon me, but I'm thankful for that, you know?
Yeah. And I want to take a minute to give a shout out to all the pioneers that started this shit. Rest in peace, Mixmaster Spade, Toddy T, Greg Mack, K-Day, KMEL, Too Short, Freddie B, Rappin' Bron and Diddley Dog, the Loonies, Shock G, Casual, Dale, Hobo Junction. I know I'm missing a gang of people. Kid Frost, man, Lighter Shade of Brown, Psycho Realm. Everybody that's a part of this great culture. Freestyle Fellowship, Cypress Hill, Be Real, The Dog Pound. Did I miss anybody? I probably missed a gang of niggas, man. Rest in peace, Eazy-E, Eric Wright. We out, West Side.
When Eazy-E was playing on the radio, I knew exactly how my day would go. California sunshine coming in, singing gangster rap with all my friends. The origins of California hip-hop, where you can pop lock or you can get shot. Black, white, Latin, Asian, living in this melting pot. Throw up your W and it don't stop.
Back to verse 3, I used to tell a story about an inner city war. It gave the world a taste, and they came back for more. They said, bitch, fuck the police. Yeah, like my mom, everybody thought the gangster rap would be a fad and it wasn't going to make it. And I don't know if it was, at some point, I think it was good for the community. At this point, I don't know. I don't have the answers. But in the face of a hard no, they continue to make this art. I don't think people understand what NWA and Too Short were up against. And I think so many people that do that type of music take it for granted. There was no like, maybe. It was like they just did it. It felt right and they fucking did it. And they won. And that's literally against all odds. And I, give credit to Schoolie D, and they're like, we didn't make it up, but we made it famous, spread it worldwide, go ahead and blame us. And these are the tenets of gang culture that I like, our loyalty. We didn't do Kings. Like when you saw like the gold ropes you saw on Ice Cube and them, like they weren't really walking around L.A. like that as far as I know. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like when you see pictures of Eazy-E in the streets and stuff like that, and most pictures of NWA, it wasn't about the jewelry. It wasn't about the designer clothes they had on Dickies and like, that infamous with Eazy with the striped polo, like that was a $15 shirt, $10 shirt back then. It wasn't about, people talk about black excellence, literal black excellence. They were wearing all black. They were black men. To me, that was, and they were saying what the fuck they wanted to say. That was black excellence. That was black power to me. It didn't have nothing to do with a fucking Bentley or a fucking, how many fucking diamonds was in the watch or that Eazy had a Rolex or none of that, man. They spoke truth to power in their language without code switching. Shout out to Ryan Coogler, who is currently out promoting his films, his Sinners, which I hope to see soon. And there's a reel where he's breaking down film quality, and he's not code switching, but he's on point.
In anticipation of the release of our newest film, Sinners, I just wanted to walk you guys through a little bit of information on how we made the film, as it might provide some context for what tickets you guys choose to buy once they go on sale. I'm really excited to announce that Sinners was captured on film. It's a format that I fell in love with when I was in film school. So I brought a few film strips along here. This is Super 8 film. This was used for like home videos and has a real beautiful aesthetic. Those little holes on the sides, those are called perforations or perfs, abbreviated. This is a piece of Super 16 film right here. This is the type of film that's very close to my heart. This is what we shot Fruitvale Station on.
Yeah, man. There was never a king of the West Coast. Like, it's just like, okay, like, whatever, the Snoop Dogg case, like, you had to be able to get out. Like, there was no not getting down. Ice Cube and Eazy and the motherfuckers was fighting all over the fucking place. Nate Dogg and BG Knockout and Gangster Drace, the motherfuckers was getting it in, bro. We were different. We are different. Like, you were touchable. You know what I'm saying? So I don't believe in a king of the coast. I don't think that's how we work. It's different cultures. This is the UK. The East Coast would be Moscow. Like, it's just different. It's different cultures. We are very different. I'm not saying that we're the way your government or your the East Coast hip hop infrastructure is and the West Coast infrastructure was very different. I think they're more similar now. And nobody's undefeated in the streets. Word to Blueprint, we talked about that epic line. Make sure you copy his 1998 20th anniversary. I'm reminding myself to do it right now. But yeah, palm trees, which aren't native to California, if you didn't know, and are technically like a weed or something. You know, pardon me, but I'm thankful for that. Yeah, pioneers, like, you know, that's it. We pioneered gangster rap. Mixmaster Spade had one of the first story raps I ever heard, and it was amazing. And it was sing-songy and perfect for me. Rest in peace.
Oh yeah. You say it's all about drugs. They say we're living in the city of dope.
You got to have cash to make it these days. You can make it illegal 100 different ways. You go to the man and get an 8-track, spend $300, you make $700 back. You can stand in the street and holler at wine, but it's all about the man and the dollar sign. I mean, it's crazy out here, it ain't no more fun. I can't walk down the street without my gun. You see, I know this girl, her name was Little Bo Peep. Started hitting the pipe, had to sell her sheep. And not to mention my freak, her name is Red Riding Hood. She smoked primos cause she thought it tastes good. What about the wolf in this fairy tale? He OD'd on coke, died and went to hell. Old gray hair granny ain't here no more. She OD'd on M4. You think that's bad? Well, that ain't all. We all going down drinking that's the 8-ball. This girl named Sue came to visit you. She bought her pipe and her cocaine too. I said, what's up, Sue? Can you cope? She said, forget that stuff, I just wanna smoke. You go get the pipe and you go get the cane, and I'll just fire it up and think. And everybody get back while I strike the match. Her eyes got bigger and her face turned black.
Tidy T, Bataram. I thought the Bataram, just like gangbanging, I thought Bataram was everywhere. I saw like 4th, 5th grade when I was walking to school. I seen a house we walked by every day, demolished by the Bataram. Demolished.
In New York, it's coming. In Detroit, it's coming. In L.A., it's coming. No, it's here. The Bataram.
When you walk in a war zone, seeing like one home and then this home demolished, like it was hit by a bomb over crack cocaine. It makes no fucking sense, man. But he made a song about it. It was slaps. Greg Mack on K-Day, he made parody rap. That was great. This is where I get like Justin Bieber's Black Baby, where I get my sense of humor in my songs from, is from Greg Mack. Roaches instead of Roomba. Look at all these roaches. Ride me every, like, he did a little roach rap in there. It was one of my first funny raps. KML. Shout out to Big Von. There's a new record coming out soon. I don't know when you guys hear this, but the next single is, very anti-radio. But shout out to KML and Von for supporting me. He's also the DJ for Black Star. He also DJed on Shade 45. And by no means is it what I say on the new single direct to anyone in satellite radio, or any particular person at radio. It's more the institution of radio. Too Short, who's originally from Southern California, which I didn't know, who moved to the Bay same time as me. Wow. Or same age I did. Freddie B was rapping with him, Rappin' Rana and Diddley Dog. They were just legends. Everyone in the Bay Area that I was fucking with at the time put me up on them and respected them greatly. I didn't grow up with rap, but I wanted to put their name in there because I just feel like this is an oral tradition once again, and we need to include everybody. The Loonies, their second album meant so much to me. Did a show at Soho House, just ran into Yuck Mouth outside. Always Love, and Revelations by him, which was a hidden track on the Looney second album. On the cassette was just the best story rap in his life. If you ever want to hear a real, I know it by heart, and it's about 4 minutes long.
We living on hell, nigga. This is hell, motherfucker. All my life it's like I'm fucking around with the wrong people. Make a movie about my life, it'll be a long sequel. About people living on freebies and brick G's. That's how that shit bees. Out here you have to grind to get G's. No Bentley's flipping unless your name is Felix Mitchell. Listen, little boys and girls, my mama can barely pay the fucking rent. My daddy is Gerald, they gotta be somewhere in this world pimping. White bitches for dough, he was a gigolo living Marin. He used to take me in my village partners to go swimming.
Gripping tale of the gritty inner city lifestyle in East Oakland. And we live, like, he's from 6'9"ville, so basically seminary around 60th, 65th. So there's a quick way, and I'm like him talking about that and us living there at the time was amazing to me. Once again, I'm always like commenting when he raps about Chicago, and when I start going to Chicago and hearing things about drinking old style in different neighborhoods he mentioned is dope. And when he's talking about 6'9"ville and all the East Oakland representation on the Looney second album. And they had a couple dudes from L.A. on there. Fats Bonsolini, shout out to him, respect. Yeah, man. Looney second album was probably one of my favorite albums. Shock G, I don't want to cry right now. But yeah. Saphir, same, man. Cash, Dale, Hobo Junction. Make sure you're checking out Manic Mondays. A lot of dudes from Hobo Junction or Rational and IQ for sure, making music with Boss Juan and Mike T and just a bunch of other dope MCs from the Bay, OGs. It's a group called Manic Mondays, MONDAZE, MANIK, and they're not releasing it traditionally. You got to find it, YouTube, but Sunspot has songs with them, Tajay, like everybody. Hopefully when I get up to the Bay, I'm going to do some freestyles. So I'm not writing and recording, but I'm going to freestyle with them, and they'll probably record it. They put it out.
Knock me off my balance, no. You never knock me off my balance, no way.
Yo, this is Dell presents Manic Mondays
Challenge. Barcelona is tapped like Gregory Hines. I Jimmy slides on competitor minds. Brothers need to recognize I'm ridiculous. You know how I am, I'm like the Nicholas. Ray Bolger hit splits with this. Your boy goes Savoy, Cotton Club, Fallback Autumn, Horror, Gomorrah, you know, Sodom, Hillary Clinton, Rodham. Pass the duchy on the west hand side.
Kid Frost, Lighter Shade of Brown, Psycho Realm, Cypress Hill, Freestyle Fellowship, though, you know, goes without saying. Shout out to, like, Sunday Afternoon was, who was the girl singing it?
On a Sunday afternoon.
We were chilling in the park, just waiting for the sun to go down. It was me, Shiro, and the homies, a lighter shade of brown.
I said chill. All the vatos in the park stay ill. Playing horseshoes to win a bill.
Seeing and hearing, like, that was even before I heard Nate Dogg. Like, her singing, like, chillin', just kicking it with the top down, low to the ground. Bro, like, no one was singing things like that. Like, first time, like, hearing Vatos on a record, like, on the radio. Like, that was crazy, bro. Yeah, man. Eazy-E. Like, it wouldn't, like, seeing him when he's wearing the Jason hockey mask, like, on MTV, like, I wanted to wear a hockey. I just wanted to do everything he did. Yeah, I can't explain, like how, I guess how, like some people looked at James Dean or Elvis, or how some people from the East Coast looked at LL or Rakim, like, that was it. But everything he had on, I could get. I think that the accessibility of it, he was tangible and authentic. He wasn't the best rapper. I think that also, like, his voice was different. He wasn't the best rapper, and he didn't write his own lyrics. Like, all those things, none of that ever tarnished who he was. That's, to me, a true definition of an icon. Like, and it gave me confidence. Like, my clothes, everybody tried to imitate him and, like, upgrade on it. I just took from, like, I can tell my story with my unique voice. I don't have to be completely on beat, And I don't have to wear anything fancy. And I kind of still stick by those tenets. You know, I love Tupac, but like he was more flashy, a little more angry. Honestly, like to me, his rhythm and cadence is better. But Eazy-E, like if you take away what he's saying and just like I said, break it down, and then in his business acumen, like I'm on top of my business. I don't spend a lot on my clothes. I'm gonna say what the fuck is on my mind. My voice is a little high pitched and weird, and I may not have the best rhythm and delivery, and an ear for talent. Like just him signing Bone and fucking Black Eyed Peas, will.i.am basically Black Eyed Peas early on at Band Clan, two of the biggest groups ever. Being willing to invest in Ice Cube and hearing CIA, which was Ice Cube, Jinx, and I forget someone else. Hearing Dre and wanting to like fuck with him. Like all of this doesn't happen, and as far as my understanding, without Eazy-E's willingness to do it. Not because rap was making hella money. From my understanding, he's making more money selling dope. Because he had an ear for this shit. Like without him, there is no Death Row. Possibly, you know, Snoop doesn't get the, you know, I think like Snoop, there's certain energy's gonna find a way to get out. But at this point, we have to credit him. He didn't make any of these motherfuckers dope, but he was the foundation and the funding and the vision, as far as I know. And respectfully giving Jerry Heller his. Even if he wanted to take advantage of like white people working with black people that closely from his generation, even though, like I say, he took advantage of allegedly and all that stuff. I'm not getting into that, but still, it wasn't like there are white people tripping over themselves to fuck with rap and gangster rap the way they are now. So, like I said, if like there's one iota in there, I try to find the good in everything. I'm thankful for that. And that's how the song ends. Anyway, so yeah, man, we're still out on the road. I don't know where I'm on the road. I'll make sure you grab a copy of Tour Story at the merch booth. I'm probably have these like, I'm hoping to have these like tie-dye towels that my homie Solo, check out his music, SEWL and then 0. If you're looking for like gritty indie hip hop, it's dope. He's from Arkansas. Tell a story on Instagram. But for here, like I went to his house to get some stuff for a homie, and his dad was there, old school hippie dude. And when I leave the house, he's like, I've been mentoring his son Solo and working with him on music, and he was grateful. First, he was like old school Southern dude, just like, yo, we got to have a beer. You've been hanging out with my son. When can we meet up and have a beer? That's what his thing. So I went and had a beer with him and found out he had roots in Inglewood. Regular old white dude was like, had some stories, bro. Doing repo for Rent-A-Center off Imperial and Crenshaw in the 80s. A white dude. His story, I don't even want to tell his stories, but just imagine that. Height of crack and gangbanging, and this motherfucker's knocking on gangbangers' door like, hey, that TV got to go back, bro. Oh, man, his stories are hilarious. But that's why, I guess, like I said, to me, that's God. Like, I'm going wherever I'm invited. He's like, yo, have beer. So now I'm at his house, and then on the way to our house, he's like, yo, I want to give you these towels. I'm like, fuck I'm going to do with the tie-dye towel, bro? But I took it. And being a father who has to clean up bodily fluids from children or messes they make, like a black towel is not good for snotty noses. But a brightly colored tie-dye towel doesn't look as gross. A white towel isn't good for cleaning up the floor because it gets stained with grape juice or whatever. These tie-dye towels turn out to be invaluable. This man gave me. I use no gift more often. And thank you to my wife most recently for my birthday who got me a Game Boy. I love it. But except for my phone, which wasn't a gift, I don't think I use a gift anyone has given me more than I use this man's tie-dye towel. So when it came with merch and I was trying to avoid fast fashion and making another t-shirt, and I thought that I told him just give me towels from your house and just tie-dye them. But he went out and got some new ones, but I tried. But I got them embroidered, so we'll probably have towels at the merch booth. Possibly some incense, because I'm doing hustle every night. I'm doing a second verse some nights. I'm like, why not sell some incense? So I might have time, make some incense and bring them. Because people seem to want to buy something, and I don't want to make you leave, but I'm not making a shirt with all the dates on the back. There's enough of those going to landfills. It's music or something that means a little something. So there's a story behind the towels. incense that's like, part of the mythos or ethos, whatever, of Murs and 316, that album. The book, which is something that I would like to write books, and I think books hopefully eventually will biodegrade. But also like I'm a biblio-ho. I'm an avid reader. It's a medium that I've been wanting to approach and have approached thanks to Soren Baker. There's Love and Rockets Volume 1. There's a book there. He helped me put together a book on all of Ninth Wonder albums, but then we did some more, so I think we might finish that one. But Tour Story is the first thing I wrote all on my own, and my homie Jay took the pictures and added a couple blurbs here and there where he wrote. So yeah, trying to get feedback on that. Maybe I can do that after this rap shit. I'd like to write more books, but yeah, that's the merch booth. Come by, support it. See the tour, pre-order the album if there's still some available. Listen to the singles. By this time, Lightsabers and Black Forces should be out, featuring Chase Infinite, who I don't even know if to call us friends, but just a true homie, because he's from the same home base, and I've seen him East Coast, West Coast. When I opened my store, he in Tucson, like he's just always been very supportive, and he's a little older than me, so like it's a good big homie, man. And I didn't want to rap with any other rappers but him. He's the only rapper I wanted on this record. He's the only rapper on this record. He's the only person rapping aside from me on this album. And that was important to me because I liked how Method Man was the only rapper on Ready to Die. And this was kind of like, I set out when I made this album to make my version of Ready to Die. To me, it turned out to be my version of Please Hammer, Don't Hurt Him. But anyway, I wanted one rapper on there, like The What, which was one of my favorite songs by Biggie or Meth. So Lightsabers and Black Forces turned out to be, even though he's like, only you would make a chorus like this. But yeah, so glad and grateful that he did that. And I think one or two of the people that have given me feedback on the record, thank you. One person emailed me, another person DM'd me. It's their favorite record. It's my 7-year-old's favorite record that he requests. So hopefully y'all like it and play it out or go order the album and hear the whole thing and let me know what you think. No one told you today I fucking love you. Peace.
Competition pressing, they panic cause I'm on point. My voodoo is D'Angelo Spanish cause that's my joint. Ooh, so controlling me. The way that I am one with the force is OMG. No laces in my blue suede shoes. Started telling the truth and made the news. I made commentary for the criminals. In my era, we didn't do subliminals. You throw rocks that hide behind OGs. You better watch your tone when you approach me. I deal direct, cause and effect. Show and prove, respect and recollect. Sight beyond sight was dark without light. Selassie walk with lines, I'm trying, just hold tight. Yeah, I done snatched the sword from the stone now. Chop the head off the evil overlord, bow down. Lightsaber on a low rider. Pico Boulevard, I'm a west sider. Jedi with a rag in the pocket. Holding up the hood, got the world skywalking. Lightsaber on a low rider. Pico Boulevard, I'm a west sider. Jedi with a rag in the pocket. Holding up the hood, got the world skywalking.
I'll expose the those who pros for Murs closure. Free the culture, I put a bullet in a vulture. Walking over hot sands of the Sahara or driving over rose coated in Minnesota frozen. Chase window, levitating the venue sober. Lightsaber in the red holster, win you. Regulate through different state soldiers. Protect the honor of the one chosen, the last spokesman. Whoever has enough guard to oppose them shall remain among the savages on earth roaming. Pointing hands to the heavens, palms open to fight omens. Use caution when you approach them. Say a prayer for the last moments before it's over. Light flashes and lights getting closer. Picture me rolling, hanging out the window of a rag top, dipping with the 3-wheel motion.
Lightsaber on a low rider. Pico Boulevard, I'm a west sider. Jedi with a rag in the pocket. Holding up the hood, got the world skywalking. Lightsaber on a low rider. Pico Boulevard, I'm a west sider. Jedi with a rag in the pocket. Holding up the hood, got the world skywalking. Wu-Tang Clan said, watch your step. My mama always told me, watch your step. Before you get out the bed, watch your step. Black Air Force Ones. Black Air Force Ones. Watch your step. But don't watch me, watch your step. Said don't watch me, you better watch your step. Yeah, don't watch me, watch your step.
It go L-I-G-H-T-S-A-B-E-R. Riding low in a 6'4", blowing some dro. High enough I could reach the stars. I got money on my phone in the streets with the chrome. Tell a sick bitch I wish you would.